Today, Tuesday, the 22nd of 2015, suddenly is something like I want to say. For since a few days, Melech and Adonai were asking me to say certain things, to explain others and to expose the reality that supposedly I will write, that Sodom and Gomorrah Argentina persists as like abominable as everyone else. But the first that he says. Now, just a brief. Betlesin kabetlechach leginisos batlevisim matleresafan. Abominación degenerada, depravada, enferma, atrofiada, repodrida, ejército argentino, armada argentina, and then maleva, matona, marica, retorcida, consider of expertise and defensor of the patriot, telling to me and to our people if we want war, and if we are malevos, los perros, los de cuadra, sorry with the term. And in the middle of the soul is exactly like Tertus sending to the state of Israel, BAVEL, and to the state of US, Gov US, and to Gov Italia, and to Gov Spain, and to Gov Swiss, and to Jewish Communities Council, United Nations, Geneva, also to Coalition for the ICC, United Nations, and Anti-Terrorism and War Council, United Nations, to General Gardner, a very discharged petition and telling that we to give back machineries, crafts and technologies and machinery to Argentina that we will steal. Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, Kirchners, Evangelistas Unidos. Infantes, diablos reventados, degenerados, and pretending to rape kids for whatever the term associated, because of they will release themselves, about being the shit of the hell they are. Now, all through, do I do this at purpose? No, I do not do this at purpose. Do I say anything wrong for they to do? I should ever not even breathe, for they do not do the sickness, Sodom and Gomorrah, each are the same with every one of us, because it doesn't do only with me. And the reality of the soul is exactly Sodom and Gomorrah, the problem, and not us. And exactly we never stolen nothing. And started to saying, like normally always have been doing, in front of the whole of the cameras of the world, like now. Because of we were stolen and we have this machine that makes buildings on the matrix fork. And started to describing 5 machineries. One is a topographic DMC, DI over extension DCDP, to geological and whatever the element for spying that they are normally using and doing, to making tunnels and chambers under residences and diplomats' seats under government houses whenever they has a chance, and to making the teller sheet and the infrastructure of spy transference of data and element PDRNT, Argentina and UNASUR, for they to say that they has rights to take in the states and being the states. And telling that is the way for the Klech Machalikim. So we have a machinery that the same company, Caterpillar, has developed, and we are using those. And started to describing a PRMT, Dinser machinery of the same corporation, Decker. And started to describing a DCPI, Agromansuary, sorry for the term, for the making the DMC, BMI, for the disposition of the ground in base of laser BIC majors and nivelating. and started to describing a DPI-DPM, which is exactly the producer of Vincent, to spread up the whole which is agro-menture, or mensury. Telling how will this work, and expecting, oh, don't you see that is what we tell you? You don't know what to say. This, have you seen? We show it. Maricas argentinas reventadas, viciados degenerados. Forgive me the words, please. So naturally, in the middle of this, and all through the same as well steel tears, telling that as yesterday have been watching certain, recall that we will be all schizophrenics, we will be all lunatic, and we will be us, means Mr. Presidents of States Parties, Kremlin, Perez, Obama, States and Justice Parties, your honors, Melech, and everybody, but we will be imposters coming from who knows what class of a double plan, which is exactly them, the sick that generates, which makes this, about the saying that we will be dangerous for the world, and who knows what we will be just implying at the danger of the what class of crafts and dispositivos, devices. And telling the clever that we should ever attach at the demanding of them, organizing for the supposed well of the world, that they will take in the governments and showing heel for the governments. Ejército Argentino, Kirchner's, UNASUR, and Macri. So now, around this, happens the reality that we have been working on technology, and they start to think that we stole it to them. And what they says we stole it to them is that they only says that can do by the power of the CNC, follows in China, pejoratively, algorithm. Sodom and Gomorrah. About they says they can possess me and making what I do and being who I am. At the reality of this, the opportunistic perras and farmas keeps on asking who's stolen this? Oh, don't you tell me, oh yes, have to be him. And making the sick shit Ejército de Perras Argentinas to my computer to try to switch out the whole of the GAT files and destroying my computer for the same that they are going to prove. And that's to keep on saying that we're approved, whatever the shit. And once yesterday we have done a very special moment that I am not going to talk at this moment about, but we knew long ago Adonai given us the very supporting of Malach, and we have a Nova, and we have people that we were fighting and rescuing, not maricas degenerados, which rapes and murders, because if they only rescues hell, and what staging can do with them evangelics prostitutas that supports the whole of the generations to them. Now, forgive me the terms and the violence, please. All through this reality and this situation, we just started to infrastructure a little bit further what as technology for the reality of security, and security means also the transport, the element for the making the right best ever time and process for security as best ever implementing for this transport to be really trustably good and loyally for the reality as nothing to be around in the middle with non-taking chances. But these are dangerous and not underestimated. Anyway, for the making what they says they have to do. Not that they can, not allowing, not giving capacity for, but the devil is the devil, whatever he does and whatever he wants, and never changes because of themselves. So suddenly, Semathine started hosting again, saying that they better to attach. But we have the whole of the people except for two communities. Now, but they can taking the communities first, and Blackie Rebefechal, Shalom. Lenki Rebemachlach, Bitsoba, Blackie Rebefechal, Bisfus, Shabbat. And started to keeping with the witchcraft and the generation saying that they wants the power and they wants my power and they wants my spirit and they wants to be me and they wants to do what I do and they wants to take what I take, and prostitutas evangelistas saying that they can give what it is not true and cannot happen and what. Now, with the pardon of the victims, still few around, the reality is sick. There's all are exactly what I say. Now, at the clear fact of, started hacking and making up any class of a plan, any class of an idea about teller chap, and we found the tellers where they are, and sorry, the tellers spy, and less humanity, Sodoma, Gomorrah, Argentina, UNASUR, you die. Completed and it nestles. Done. Bad listening Rabbi Fechel Hamatzim, bad listening Rabbi Fechel Hamatzechel, bad listening Rabbi Ham, Ambleki Rabbi Fechel Hamatzim, bad listening rabbis. I am so sorry. Do you need Argentina to send in any corvette with large, rich DMC Tomahawk? If we condemn, you fire to Israel, to Greeks, and to Arab, and saying that we do. You sure? Bad listening Rabbi Fechla Hamat Sechala Kemar Rabbi Fechlam. Bad listening Rabbi Fechla Kemisini. You're sure? You got them all got now. And they're complete. You can do it. Get Rabbi Fechlachim, Oblebes Fechlachim and Sin, Halikit Rabbi Fechlachim. Destroy the bluff. You got it. You got me. You can do it now. Perfect. 3 birds, 1 lamb. All right. The Gan Rabbi Fechel Hamat Sechal, Gin Rabbi Fechel Hamat Lechmisi, Ablebesos Levis Fatika, Gal Rabbi Fechel Hamat Sechal, Gin Rabbi Fechel Hamat Sebo Levisim. Ableki Gan Rabbi Fechel Hamat Sechal, Gin Ablebesos. Gan Rabbi Fechel, Gin Rabbi Masvi, Ablebesos Veseli Vishvatik Abraham, Asmat Seba Ablebesos Lekive, Gal Rabbi Fechel Hamat Sebanti. I'm sorry, Argentina. Nosotros te robamos y andas con corbetas nazis haciendo emblema. Sodoma. Y algunos armamentos robados todavía. Robas cargamentos y haces satélites con el poder de tu erección de perra marica, sodomita, para hacer una navegación fortuita de si en una de esas te resulta y te robamos tecnología. Naves espaciales y constructores láser. Acabaste de derribar el edificio Tal Sush que estaba siendo construido con tu Tomahawk derivado del poder de tu inseminación de perra marica y los otros no pegan. Y vas a tener que pagar 1.973 decallones de dólares a Arabia Saudita. Lo siento mucho. Les avisaron y les dijeron, ellos no querían que diéramos operación militar en su territorio. Hacete cargo. Perra marica. Y no lo vas a arreglar. Race Lehi, complete now. Right. And extend over pleat this feet with ID, please. Now. reached the home. Completed. Thank you. Alright, Garrabefech Machalvi Sechalaki, Rabefech Levisoflevisim, Bedlisim Garrabefech Lachamatsechalivi, Abrebesachalavi Saflakim, Garrabefech Likivis Vasena Mashvasita Rabefechalam. Great Karna is exactly that. 18 to 1 and serves. Perfect over. Jab. George. He didn't make me the word as well. Shut. And protect mercy, please, Mr. President Barbarians. Perfect. Batlisin Rabafech Masechaliki Rabafechala, Blevish Masechaliki Rabafech Matsimavim. Done. And done. Ablek Dikan Rabafech Lachat, Sakaliki Rabafechala Basmatlachim is Sabablevis Simaviva. So suddenly, Rabafech Lakim Rabastoselat, Tishmablevis Pachalevis Siman. And suddenly, at the reality of this, in Gleki Rabafech Lachamat Sevi Bablevis Siman. And what really happens? Ablek Rabafech Lachamatsim. Dadlekim Rabafech. Yalaki Rabafech Lachim. Dadlekim Rabafech Lachamatsi, Ablevisosel Diva, Rabafech Lachim, Soblevisvasservisvat. Elgeret Halech Rabafech Masakalam, Bablesimavim. So suddenly, it's exactly as this is, and it's exactly what I am. In the middle of this reality, let's make it certain real thing. If were the same ever illusory the generation between Lucifer and the breed, which Argentina takes the whole of the cradle, with a burden of us, victims and innocents, and the people of Adam and Wanted. Right? I mean us, the ones that we recognize, the real ones that we were rescuing from this breed of hell, like Evangelics, breed of hell, except for the victims. And in the middle of the reality is exactly the illusory sickness that Lucifer with them flesh burning in abominations which they shall learn. The liars that with a rave, with the styling witch, profaning and destroying and making a teller of the generate child, will ever conquer the world and possessing and making and developing abominations, how to manipulating and destroying and raping people for they to conquer and possess and having and saying, they could do. And they will be. And it's the illusory sickness of this perros enfermos that still turns to saying that everything will ever work to them. And to having rights for it. So in the middle of this reality happens the exact element for the disaster. That disaster they cause and they produce for the illusory sickness to being burning hell within themselves. For the reality of they are Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylonia, and Ra'amapapuf, Kirchners with them associated terroristas and rest. And the holiness with igual, Lactica, Manse Ovarima. The same, but victims. So in the middle of this whole strategized about if we wouldn't ban because of they are so angry and so violent because of they want everything back. Because of I didn't give them what I am and I do normally for the people that is real. Because of they says I had to answer to them because of they will be the authorities. And we are going to talk about this in a very moment. And so the reality is, do we want war because of we defend ourselves? Do we want war because of we want? War is the term of the ARMADA Argentina that determines that everybody could have been done if they rapes and destroys and makes too much pain, like an demon. Making the sick degenerate abominable freak out, staging for the making what they need. Abominable sickness. About the trend too, proceeding at the making us, trembling a little bit. And if we will ever give in, they cast what they are for, abominables. Sodom and Gomorrah. I want you to remember for me this day. Guerra refleja la aquí, refleja la jamás, porque después de aquí refleja la jamás. Guerra refleja más, le vio por después, le vio por después, que el refleja la jamás, porque aquí refleja aquí, porque aquí refleja la Anglagi refleja la jamás, le vio por después. Anglagi refleja porque aquí, porque encima se va, en su sociedad. SOODM, Argentina, querés que te embrutezcan, querés que te reduzcan, querés que te disminuyan, tenés temor, no tenés habilidad, no tenés capacidad, no tenés conocimiento, no tenés virtud, pero te alcanza una erección o una histerextasia con una bruja y un evangélico de mierda para andar reventando a mi gente diciendo que tenés derecho a tomar. Entonces, quien no es así, sufrís, voy a luchar por quien es víctima inocente, como siempre hice. Y la realidad es, estoy trabajando a la realidad de lo que institucionalmente existo para, desde el Dios verdadero, Creador Altísimo, a la realidad del Liaison Office Court Internacional. No se me paga por esto, hago institucional labor, porque institucionalizada fui para hacer lo que estoy haciendo como la persona que soy. Elia, persona nacida del mismo Dios Altísimo, aunque parezca mentira y delirio, aunque argumenten delirio y esquizofrenia, soy la persona que soy y vengo para hacer lo que tengo que hacer. Institucionalización de mi persona para ejercer como institucionalizado o institucionalizada lo que tengo que hacer. Lo que vine para hacer, no en forma forzada, sino en forma consciente y natural. Es lo que siempre estuve tratando de hacer, siendo quien yo soy, aceptando mi propia realidad, no delirando ser cualquier perra enferma que delira ser yo, que torciendo las cosas y deflectando, pretende con una hechicería y una manipulación decir que su fe en demonios, en brujerías y en violaciones, asesinatos de la cultura de Sodoma y Gomorra le alcance, sino la realidad de la verdad de quién es, quién no es. No necesito ser una mierda como estas perras enfermas y perros degenerados, sino que necesito ser yo, quien estos perros y perras enfermos pretenden ser, yo. Y voy a trabajar en eso. Ahora vos, cultura de mierda, de brujería, perra maleva matona, enfermo degenerado, te voy a romper los cuernos y te voy a mandar al infierno. Gen rabefech masech aleki rabefech lechavatzimav, lekin rabefech labisvasim, bat lekin rabefech baranseva, metleki vankachali kabasfasalivasim, quel robaplican rabesvachalekim o plebesvachalekim shosulabismativasim, quel rabefech isachad lebasvisam, quel chola shevola timaplechanim. So, suddenly the reality, we found problem. Enter to making the SIS2, Win32, PO, BMC, and DMIC complete matrix bimble, but to taking on, we proved it. What do you do now? What a simple draft. Sick also Marica Sodomita Argentina. And from that draft came the development you never done. That you pretend to rob. You stole it to us! Marica enferma, te voy a matar. Remoplech maseja likir rebefejo laptibas plachamatzin, enkel rebefeja likir rebefejo libisman masebo plebesan. Que descubriste lo que hay en el dibujo. La perfección de las líneas de mi dedo en el par. El ángulo, la forma. Adivinaste mucho, Melica. Fuerza aérea. Raso enfermo, marica degenerado. Adivinaste mucho acerca de mi dedo en el pad y las dimensiones y la forma y el lado derecho y el lado izquierdo de dar la condición de la posibilidad para que en 3D, dimensión de SM de AutoCAD o Pervol, delibera la condición de todo lo que son metrías y elementos de detrometrías, getometrías, nedometrías, titometrías, disocimetrías, geodemetrías, para una nave y cualquier otra cosa. Y vos decís que lo haces vos. Por eso haces brujería y un altar para que mi dedo sea en tu culo, pelotudazo. Sorry for the word. Se me pudre, no me va. Enfermito degenerado. Milico trolazo argentino. Y te ofendo, vas a matar gente porque te ofendo. Y necesitas secuestrar judíos para violar y matar porque te ofendo porque decís que quiero guerra. Te voy a matar, trolazo degenerado. Rema plech masech aliviot lebespech lechabetziva, anklekin rabesech matzim. En bleki rabefech lechamatziva, bleki rabublevisman masech. El bletica rabefejo lebesmatzim. Y por otro lado, con esto estuve en Puerto Madero ayer en la empresa 20, declarando que les exigía que acepten mi servicio porque yo era realeza. Y venís a decir por todos lados que me creo grandioso y glorioso porque tengo sangre real, que no acepto la plebe. Tu partición social para ser la enfermedad de podrida marica que sos. Reventarle la cabeza, hervir el cerebro de toda la gente, reventar a mi gente, matar a mi gente y tratar de hervir el cerebro de mi gente. Cosa que ya estabas haciendo, diciendo porque muchos otros lo dijeron. Enfermarle la cabeza a todo el mundo para ver qué te sirve, para tener vectorización de enfermos oportunistas degenerados o celométoco. Marica reventada, Argentina. Sos un viciado, enfermito, criminal, psicópata de cuarta, ejército argentino, y nunca fuiste diferente. Lo único que haces es ser un criminal. Desgetimas Europa. Haces developing, desarrollando degeneraciones, abominaciones y formando degenerados y criminales. Y al que sirvió a la causa de honestidad trataste de matar todo el tiempo porque siempre fuiste igual. Es lo que rememora lo que se ve hoy. Mierda que sos por todos los siglos, marica degenerado. Y acepta el recio matón que te arranco los cuernos y te los meto en tu maldito culo. Pelotudazo, tarada, tarra. Sorry for this. Remba plech masech aliki refol, jama plech pasech alevis masam, incompletica refeja la jamatzivan. Estuve en Puerto Madero seduciendo prefectos y ofreciéndoles 20 y 50 pesos por una chupada. ¿Decís? Y que encima me vistes haciendo esto y sacaste fotos. Como estoy vestida, como estoy vestido. Bendesin rabefecha chamutlechni yan karabov levisoslevi basfechlekin ivan. Que le rabefecha lakin rabespat lekin rabespashachla and rabespasiri imit latzevov. Slekishvotika, slekishvatachna matzima. And I'm sorry the terms melech, I'm sorry Mr. President, I'm sorry Governor, Your Honors. Forgive me please. It's the everyday stealing. Like you already know. They says we want war. What do we do? I think the orders were already clear enough. And I think we had initiating a very severe, real action forwarding intelligence already shown you that this were forwarding into the making. And in base of this post, I will be teller because if they prevents me. And destroys me saying that they will block my spirit, that they says they have strikes to possess for they supposedly be me, with the robbing my genetics, saying that I will be me no more because if they will come in with a boner and hysterextasia, saying that the plechmasechalkim hocus pocus of the sickness of the pendeja diabla del infierno, whichever one is, will ever be enough for, I will be a teller because they possess nothing. And that prevents me about the reality I will know with not necessarily, not even this shit that they do. For the whole serves applica masin and is useful for the sickness, fever, shit of flesh of Sodom and Gomorrah, each of their solar. So suddenly I think we should be severely attached at that we were discussing, and carefully and wisely, for the number of sick degenerates, making the strategy of the bruja reventada sodomita y gomorrita, for bases that they can take. Well, ain't not Canaan and not raised for. And the completeness will prove them, Raspasi, waiting to some time, and further spend, and carefully and wisely, Gather Fechla Hamatzimam, Dalekir Fechla Kinesi. HTTPS www. Let me try this fast. Let's see. HTTP, 2 bars, DMC 2 points, DMI 2 points, DMX 2 points, bar, BDX, BDM, Ejército Argentino, las locas más enfermas de toda la historia de la humanidad, los degenerados más repodridos de toda la verdad existencial, la pudrición más atrofiada de toda la semoclesiní, pero nunca subestimables porque son diablas inteligentes, no concedieron capacidad, más en la realidad de que son tan enfermos y degenerados que inventan cualquier degeneración a la orden de la apopesidicia y necronetoricia que cada uno son para tratar de lograr la enfermedad de sus delirios en base a ser cultura raíz cuna y enfermedad argentina, Sodoma y Gomorra, con el perdón de víctimas. MDIC, BIDMT, SCPO, CDX, CDT, Arsinam, Arsecol, DSF, FELMOL, Armada Argentina, la cuna de las maricas más enfermas y degeneradas, zoófilos, pedófilos, gerontófilos, familiófilos, judidófilos, y no aceptado ni capacidad dada para, ni permisos. Necrotófilos, desonófilos, mequitófilos, perisófilos, aretófilos, ronocófilos. A la verdad de nuestros días y a la verdad de nuestras realidades. DMTIC, DMFCP, ICB, ICT, XOCICMT, MIB, MCO, DXI, DSF, DMT, BMCIC, OCTIT, LDICOPME, Colam, Calvonem, RC, Artin, Arcot, Arbon, Colbol, Coltin, 685351, PIMBAT, MCC, DICMT, 853888, PIMPAT, middle CIS, ICM, middle IDR, middle PIMPEC, 2 point, Silshol, middle Adalim, Back, Danon, DCPADAC, Rocklock, DMI, C, Bending, Bectam, CB, RC, low level. Point FCC1, middle CIS, middle EMED, 53 DINCA, 5888 BAM, 4 point EDC, point XW. I apologize for the violence and for the terms again. I wish I don't have to say this. I know that we have situations and problems and something around, but I wish I don't have to use these terms. You have the complete with a practicum, but let's see and dash masiva. And I was so neat. Oh my God, Bethlehem Harasmasim, Bethlehem Faster. Can I do something? I choose the DCI, DCM, DCP, DCT, F53MC, XC4148, XIC, ICO, XDMT, 4148 DC, 865, X16, XSEC, FINE, DMIC 41, and base PA, PD, PC, PP, IC, I4, I1, I6, I10, X5, X6, CNC, and 131A, 1312, BMI targets your runners. Can we begin with this? I want even the bricks to make the, I love it.